We've got a good one on tap today. There's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Jaguars going up against the Seahawks. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are just south of historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Seattle Seahawks. First down, he'll drop to throw it. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. That'll bring up second down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Halfback sent in motion. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. On the right side, caught by Green. That catch good for 5. It's third down. As we get a look at the defensive starters, the secondary, they're certainly going to need to be on their toes in this one.
And you know me really well. Where do I start analyzing a game? From the secondary. And these guys have to be on point today. They're facing a high-powered attack.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And here's a look at the starting offense. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They run again with Peterson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage. And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He's such a good route run. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And off comes to Peterson. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
2nd down following the run. Again, Peterson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Stephon Anthony acclimated quite quickly to the NFL. As soon as he joined the team, he became their leading tackler.
Five yards to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Here we go now.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Detroit! Here we go now. Leopard! Watch it now.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And Conley's got it over the middle. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he motions the wide receiver. They'll look to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. A try here for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
No gain, and it's 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Dante Fowler just made a play that he could be really proud of there. Nice tackle for loss, and what a relief it is for him to be back on an NFL field after missing his entire rookie season with a knee injury.
I think the entire defensive unit is relieved that he's out there. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Here we go.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ladarius Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This one taken from the 7. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down and just 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd down, Peterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. 2nd down following the incompletion. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Wilson to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I'm actually surprised they didn't get out of that play. I didn't see anyone pressing the line of scrimmage for the defense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. In motion left, that's Crowder. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. There they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect. But as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series. 3rd and 13. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to let it go again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Peterson running right. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started. And they insert.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key 3rd down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
first down, here's a run with Peterson. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And his throw is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Ten yards still left on second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball? Meaning a 50-50. The ball's in the air, defender's there, receiver's there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. On third down, Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Again on second and 10, it's Wilson. And Anderson's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On first down, Wilson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. And the tight end goes in motion left. Second and 10 now, Wilson. He's got time. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They give it to Peterson. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now it's Wilson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one goes for 24 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 30 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Jags a first down. Peterson alone in the backfield. They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. It's a 4-receiver look to the right side. Here's Wilson. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action with Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And quickly, they get to the line. From the pistol, they run with Peterson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8, 21-13. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Muscles him off. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the right side, caught by Green. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Now, let's go.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Green with a catch left side. A good pickup there at 22.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Final minute now of the third quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer and making a play, or making a play in space against a ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there, making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Third down and 3. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the down here.
Covering a lot of field.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 59, here we go.
In motion left, that's Crowder. They're going to look to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
The track line it up. Here we go now. 3-19. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line now. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
All right, now. No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up. Gun.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go now. Gun. No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. An extra defensive back in the game here on 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Now let's go. No.
And the wideout in motion. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, Every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now Wilson on second down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
One of the selling points of the end route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
It's a 4-receiver look to the right side. Here's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go. No. Attack, Patriot.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams